Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. Now, just about 24 hours ago, 24 hours before Monday night, 12 of Europe's leading clubs came out with a joint announcement that they would begin to form the European Super League. They'd branch away from UEFA and FIFA guidelines and they'd create their own league. One of the clubs in those 12 founding clubs happened to be Tottenham Hotspur. Others include the Big Six of the Premier League: Juventus, Inter Milan, and AC Milan, and Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid. It's a whole new domestic competition look. It will be played almost like a league. Which so in the case that it'll basically be like the Premier League, you'll play those 20 other teams throughout the year, and then at the end it'll turn into a knockout competition starting in the quarterfinals with the top 8 teams competing for the trophy. Now, this has turned the football world into an absolute mess. People are divided everywhere about what do we say? Like, is the ESL good or bad? Is it ruining the sport? And today we're going to provide our opinions on it. Now, for me, I'm not very fond of the competition. Not so much because of the idea. I kind of like the idea, but because of how it's going to be, how they're going about it. They don't want to reform the Champions League. They want to make a whole new league. And, that kind of brings you to the point where if you've seen a lot of the domestic leagues, so Premier League, Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, they've all threatened to remove the clubs that are taking part in the ESL from those leagues. And there will be a lot of consequences for the clubs that will be taking part. Specifically, players that take part in the Super League might not even get to play for their country at all. FIFA has said that. And UEFA has said that if they take part in the Super League, they won't be allowed back into their domestic leagues, and they won't be allowed into the Champions League or the Europa League. So that basically makes it the sole competition that a team could be running in. And a lot of a bulk of the competition is run a lot on the desire to just get more money. From the club's perspectives, they want this competition will give a lot more money to each team, but it will create almost a divide between the big clubs and the small clubs, like a bigger divide than there is right now. So, what are your thoughts on it?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
It would be better though if they removed the Europa League and Champions League to have this. And still have their regular normal leagues.
Yeah.
That would have been better, but still, I don't like the idea at all. They're just isolated in that league. I don't like it at all. Lots of people are protesting against it.
Yes.
And it's just a disgrace. It's ruining football. Soccer. Whatever.
Yeah,
Soccer/football.
If clubs wanted to do this, I'd be open to seeing that happen in the Champions League alone. So they just reformed the Champions League alone. So they got rid of the group stage and the knockout stage, and they turn it into a league.
That's what I was talking about before.
That's what UEFA has proposed, and hopefully the clubs that are doing this Super League thing can get on board with that, because the decision to make the Super League was not the fans' choice, and it was not the players' or the manager's choice. It was solely the chairman's choice, and that involves a lot of money. I believe it was Jurgen Klopp and James Milner, after they played Liverpool versus Leeds, they had actually said that they didn't know about the decision to start the ESL until they saw it on social media. So they weren't told by the club, which is kind of shocking, and it just shows you how out of the loop players, fans, and managers are. But yeah,
I hope it doesn't go through.
Me neither. But, we've still got the rest of the season, and...
Okay, I got one question for you. If this happens, and all on the Big Six in the Premier League go to that league, who will be first in the Premier League?
First, Leicester.
Yeah, I agree.
Or West Ham.
Leicester, West Ham, yes.
Wolves would be up there, I think.
Not in the form they're in right now.
Leeds. Leeds would destroy. I think Leeds would destroy.
I could see that. I can only see Wolves there if they get back in form and Jimenez comes back.
Southampton, maybe.
No, they're not.
They'd be somewhere in the top half. And this also, like, if they go out, 3 more teams will be promoted from the Championship, on top of the 3 that already get in. So as of now, I think that would include Barnsley. It would include, I'm not even sure who's in the top 6, but it would include all of the clubs.
Stoke, I think, maybe?
Stoke are lower. I'm not sure. Swansea would get up. So there would be a lot of clubs returning
Watford,
Brentford. But I hope it doesn't go through.
Yeah, same. If the Super League was to go through, who would be the first champion?
Well, out of the clubs that are in right now, we don't know what other clubs will be part of it. But as of the clubs right now, I have to say Man City.
I have to say Manchester United. Because
they've got a kind of a good record against a lot of the teams.
A lot of the top, well, not really, because they're all 0-0 draws. But against Manchester City, 2-1.
Yeah. It could be one of them. And so in the Bundesliga, they've actually got a whole different system. It's called the 50+1 system, where fans own 50% of the club, so they get to make decisions about the club. And so that's why no Bundesliga clubs have actually joined in. Bayern and Dortmund were very close, but they said no. The fans said no, which is huge, and maybe, hopefully, clubs in England could turn to that kind of ownership.
Yeah.
But that is it for our debriefing on the European Super League. If you did enjoy, make sure you subscribe and like. Comment down below what your opinions on the Super League are. And until next time.
Come on, you Spurs!